Okay, so in this video, we are going to talk about different energy transformations. And before we work out some problems, I want to review the different types of energy. And this is just a few. These are some of the main ones. We have electrical energy, and that is energy based on the motion of electrons. So that could be electricity, that could be lightning, that could be static, like you get in your hair or your clothes when they come out of a dryer. And this is a form of kinetic energy because it has the word motion in it. Kinetic energy has to do with anything that is moving. Then we have mechanical energy, and that is energy of the motion of objects that are attached together, like machines. My memory trick for that is that a mechanic fixes machines, so mechanical energy goes with machines. Examples for this could be any of our simple machines, like a wheel and axle, a pulley, a wedge, a screw, a lever, an inclined plane, car engines, bicycles, and we humans are also considered machines. This is kinetic energy because, again, we're going back to that word motion. Next, we have thermal energy. This is energy due to the motion of atoms or molecules in a substance. For example, heat, hot water, or steam. This is also a form of kinetic energy because, again, we have that word motion of atoms. The word thermal is just a fancy word for heat. This could be someone that's been running around and is hot and sweaty, as shown in this picture. It could be the heat from a flat iron that's straightening your hair. Or it could be a pot of hot water boiling on the stove. Then we have nuclear energy, and this is energy that is stored in the nucleus of atoms. So this could be fusion, it could be fission, it could be the element uranium number 92 on the periodic table. Now this is going to be a new one. This is potential energy, because we have this word stored. Potential energy is energy of composition, what the object is made of, or position, how high it is off the ground. So we have a picture of the sun where fusion takes place, and we have a picture of a nuclear power plant where fission takes place. Then we have nuclear fusion. We're going to go into a little more detail on that. Nuclear fusion is the process in which two nuclei join to make a larger nucleus. And when that happens, energy is released. Energy comes out. And that's what occurs on the sun. What happens is a hydrogen atom joins another hydrogen atom and makes a helium atom. And hydrogen has one proton, and another hydrogen with one proton makes a helium that has two, and that is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fission takes place on a nuclear power plant, and that's the process in which the nucleus of an atom splits, so it breaks apart to form two smaller nuclei, and energy is released. The way that we can tell the difference between fission and fusion is fusion takes place on the S-U-N. See how you can spell sun, S-U-N, using the letters in fusion. You can't spell S-U-N using the letters in fission. So fusion takes place on the S-U-N, takes place on the sun. That's where nuclear fusion takes place. Then we have sound energy, and that's made from the movement. As soon as I see that word movement, I know it's K-E, kinetic energy, of energy through waves. An example would be music, voice, and noise. So we have someone singing, we have someone playing musical instruments. Then chemical energy is energy that is stored in bonds that holds atoms together in compounds. So chemical energy, we have lots of examples for that. Photosynthesis, the process through which plants create the sugar glucose, food, batteries, gasoline, charcoal, wood. All of those are examples of chemical energy because it is stored. And since it is stored, this is an example of potential energy. Just like nuclear energy was an example of potential energy because it is stored. And last, we have electromagnetic energy, which is energy from the movement of the electromagnetic spectrum. And the electromagnetic spectrum has 7 parts to it, and those are radio waves, infrared waves, light waves, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma, and all of those are part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and this is kinetic energy because it also has movement of particles. So we're going to do a little bit of practice with that. So we've got this page over energy transformations. So we have an ice cream cone going to a person on a bicycle. So the ice cream is food, so that is chemical energy going to the person on the bicycle. So it's listed as motion. We would say that that is mechanical. You could also see, like on a multiple choice, that it might be called motion. And then also note that a side energy that's created is also thermal because the person's going to get hot from riding the bicycle. But the main one is going to be mechanical energy. A lot of times these are not just one perfect energy transfer. There's going to be side energies that are made as well. All right, the next one is the sun going to a tree. This lists the sun as radiant energy, which it is sometimes called. Based on our notes, it would be electromagnetic, which is light, part of the visible light spectrum. We know it as Roy, G, Viv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. We also know that the sun makes heat, which is thermal energy, and we know that the sun's energy comes from nuclear fusion, which takes place on the SUN, where those hydrogens join together to make a helium. Then the tree is chemical because remember the tree makes glucose, which is a type of sugar. Then we have gasoline going to a car. Gasoline is a type of chemical energy. And the car is motion, and we know from our notes that we're going to call that mechanical energy. The car engine's also going to get hot, so we know that a side might be thermal. We might also keep in mind that the sound from the car is also going to be made, so a sound energy is going to be made. But the purpose of the car is for it to move, so that's going to be mechanical energy. But we always know that different energies are going to be made. It's not going to be just one perfect energy transfer. Some energy is going to be made that's wasted. All right, we have an electrical plug-in going to an oven and stove. So this is going to be electrical energy. And electrical energy, remember, is based on the motion of those electrons moving. That's that kinetic energy. And then thermal energy, remember, thermal is a fancy word for heat, and that's the purpose of the stove, is to heat up and to cook the food. Okay? So now you've got one that I want you to pause the video and practice, and then we're going to go over the answers together. So pause the video and do this one on your own. It says fill in the blanks below with the correct energy transformations. Select from the following terms: nuclear, thermal, chemical, mechanical, electrical, sound, and electromagnetic. So pause the video and do this, and then we'll check it together. All right, so this first one we have the sun, and the sun makes light. I don't see radiant or light energy up here to pick from. So I'm going to pick electromagnetic. Which is light. because it is part of the visible light spectrum. And then the tree is going to use that light. It's also going to use the heat from the sun to help it stay alive. And it's going to make glucose, which is a form of food, the sugar. So that's going to be chemical. Then we have this electrical plug-in, so that's going to be electrical energy. And then we have this radio, it's a cassette player, old school, and it's going to take this electrical energy and produce sound out the speakers, so that's going to be sound energy. Then we have this nuclear power plant like Plant Vogel, which is right down the road from us, so that's going to be nuclear. Is it going to be fusion or fission? Which one does not take place on the sun? That's going to be fission. Then I'm going to put a little thing on this line. Electrical energy is on this arrow. The light bulb is going to take electrical energy, and then what is it creating out is it's creating electromagnetic, which is light. It's creating light energy. All right, what is this pizza going to be? What type of energy? It's going to be, out of the ones up here to pick from, any type of food is going to be chemical energy. And then before the big game, the football player eats some pizza, and it's going to be transferred by digestion in his body to give him energy to be able to run up and down the football field. So that's going to be mechanical energy. A side energy that's going to also be made is heat, thermal energy, because he's going to get hot and sweaty. All right, now last, this one is a big one right here, so let's talk about this. We have the matches. The ends of the matches are coated in a chemical, but those matches could sit in that box all day long and they're not going to ignite. So we have to have the chemical energy on the ends of the matches, but we also have to have the mechanical energy of striking the match in order for it to ignite. We must have both of those. We must have the chemical energy and we must have the mechanical energy of striking the match in order for the match to light. If it were just a stick of wood, it would not light. And if it just sat there in the box, it would not light. Then, once the match is lit, we have two types of energy. We have light energy, which is electromagnetic. Okay, you may see that as radiant at some point. But we also have thermal, which is just a fancy word for heat. Okay? So, I've enjoyed doing this practice activity with us. If you have any questions, let your teacher know. And these are some great energy transformation practice problems.